in the coldest to catching the COVID, to bless with success to promote it, to just do it.
Yeah, buddy, you ready or not? Don't really care if you was or you wasn't LeBron. From now on, I'm calling the shots. I don't really care about you.
Along the shores of Lake Erie, the Dog Pound already in full roar. We welcome you to Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland. All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Yellow. Attack, attack.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
That's fielded at the 7. Oh, looked like he may have hit a seam for a moment, but is taken down after a solid return. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. A dive and a catch. Incredible! The rookie from Colorado on target with that throw. His guys have a first down.
Let's go.
Back to the air one more time. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. He'll look to throw. In trouble, and down he goes.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
21 is the line to gain as we hit 3rd down. He'll get that complete to Isaiah Pacheco. A pickup there of 13. First down, KC.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
Certainly not one of his better throws, but what I've loved out of this quarterback today, Mike, was just how aggressive he's remained throughout the entire course of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Even if it falls incomplete, it opens up everything else in this passing game, and they've had their way so far today.
Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. That is brought in. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Here's Pacheco. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. A little closer. Here's 2nd and goal. He'll look for Mitchell out of the backfield. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Elijah Mitchell. Touchdown, Chiefs. touchdown number 7 for him on the year.
Makes the score 8-7. Browns nothing. Harrison Butler to kick off 14-3.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. On the return, it's Jerome Ford. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Looking middle of the field, it's complete.
I'll be honest, Mike. I think everyone in this stadium, when that ball went up, you're thinking pick. Fortunately for him, there wasn't a defender in the area, and he's able to reel it in for a nice gain.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
And he's going to have a Browns first down. Well-designed play to pick up 16 and move the chains. Back to throw. And that's incomplete. They couldn't connect. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
He'll drop to throw. Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. To the air now on 1st and 10. That's into the hands of Judy on the right side. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down. He'll get this out to the left flat, and he's into the end zone. Jamari Thrash, touchdown Browns. Extra point up and good from Hopkins. And the Browns will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Grant Delpit up to make the play. They face 2nd down and 7. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Oh, he's going to find his running back downfield. And he's just a couple short of a touchdown. He'll mark him out at the 2-yard line. Big play for KC. 65 yards. So the big play gets him down close. And now it's first and goal. They'll run with Pacheco. And this one's blown up. It's back at the 5-yard line now.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant. And once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
They go play action with Mahomes. Oh, he feels the pressure, and he'll go down back at the 6.
You work all week on these goal-to-go situations. You got to have it. You've got to take advantage when you're down this close, and not exactly an ideal sequence. Run game stuffed. Then you go to the air, and your protection can't hold up. Now you've got to try to find something here on 3rd and goal, and what was once a promising drive could end up being a bit of a letdown.
They motion a receiver right. On 4th down, Super Bowl champ Harrison Butker now for the Chiefs. This about as short as you can get. Oh, looked like he mishit it. He missed that one from short range. No good. And the score remains tied at 7. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. That's caught! And he's going to take this one all the way. 80 yards. Touchdown, Cleveland. Now Hopkins on to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Browns will move out to a 14-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Second down and 8. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll have more from Cleveland after this. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Dropped off for Pacheco. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
They send him right out of the slot. On 3rd down, Mahomes. He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line.
Got it, ready? 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 19 Lion. Ready, ready?
They'll look to throw. A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by Chamari Connor.
I think he chalked this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
As this offense continues to try to find its way out of this hole, things are going to just continue to get more difficult if they can't protect the passer. The longer you trail, the more the defense knows you need to throw the ball, and they're going to have to protect their quarterback a lot better than they did there.
Mahomes looking to throw on second down. And he'll take it on in. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, KC.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Here's first and 10.
Ready? Cowboy 80.
Now they'll set up to throw. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
By Jerry Tillery. A loss of 6. Brings up second and 16 at the 35-yard line.
Let's go, let's go.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
And he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision.
In less than a yard.
Okay, break. Go.
And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3.
Harrison Butler has kicked off 14-15.
Both teams look good on the offensive side in the first half. Will it carry over? We're about to find out. Second half is underway. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Back to throw here to begin the drop. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. They'll look to throw here on first down. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Trying for the old school coffin corner. That's pretty close out of bounds. They're going to mark it at the 5-yard line. Well done. They'll come up here, first and 10. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Mahomes now back near his own goal line. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here. And there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
Here's a third and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 95 yards. Touchdown, Kansas City. The extra point by Butker is good. And the Chiefs have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Here comes Ford on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Got a man open downfield on the crossing route. And he will have this at midfield, forced out of bounds there. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. Going deep downfield for Judy.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, Cleveland.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Ready?
On play action, he'll set up. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
Sometimes the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Hut, hut.
They'll run it on the inside handoff. And some good blocking, springing up. A gain of 9 as we get to 3rd down.
That's a gain
60
of
by
9.
6, 60 by
Makes
6.
it 3rd and 5.
He'll look to throw. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's going to be brought down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line.
3-yard line. A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. This defense back up, but stepping up. No gain on the play. It stays at the 3.
Although I would have liked to have seen them throw the ball on one of the 2 prior downs. Now, after getting stopped twice, Mike, they haven't gained an inch on the ground. I think on 3rd down, you have no choice but to put the ball in the hands of your quarterback and see if he can make a play through the air.
And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's 4th down.
4th and goal.
Liking 18. Set.
They'll try and run for it. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Touchdown, Cleveland. So they decide to go for the touchdown, and Greg, they get rewarded on 4th and goal. with the 6 points.
Yeah, I think the safe bet there is you settle for the field goal and you're happy coming off the field with points. But not this play caller. He rolls the dice a little bit, but give credit to the offensive line. They created just enough of a lane for this back to take it in for 6.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10. A run up the middle with Pacheco. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple. So both teams trade touchdown. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Man in motion is Brown. Mahomes now on second down. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. The future Hall of Famers connect. Mahomes to Kelsey one more time for a Chiefs first down.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field, and not only to make that catch, but to do it laying out. That's a big-time play to secure that one.
A handoff, running left. It's Pacheco. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
So they go backwards on first down. Here's second and 13. To throw is Mahomes. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Believe it or not, Mike, there are quarterbacks in the league that would rather take a sack than throw a ball away. Remember, that affects their completion percentage. So kudos to him for not being selfish, and I promise you that offensive line, they're taking note.
Third and long for Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
At this stage of the game, one play could be the difference between winning and losing, and that dangerous throw is just a little risky for my liking. I understand the notion of trying to make a play and being aggressive, but one turnover here, this game could be over.
Possibly the play of the game right here. It is fourth down. Here's Mahomes. Got a man. It's Kelsey. Complete. And he's going to have the Chiefs first down. That was something else. A big pickup on fourth and long to give them a new set of downs. They'll run it straight ahead with Pacheco. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. Once again, it's Pacheco. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the first down. They'll run with Pacheco. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with the 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. Here comes second down. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
The crowd cranking it up another notch before third and long. Now, Mahomes. This is intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to get the football here at their own 38-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
This is 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick throw, taken in. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick, picking up the first down. 2 nice play calls here to kick off the drive. 15 more on that one. Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. They'll stick to the ground. He'll be stopped, just a short gain, down to the 30. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Let's go. 70 Lions.
They'll drop to throw. He's got it inside the 5. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
I think it's clear, Mike. I think they have their sights set on winning this game in regulation. I don't think overtime is even in the picture. They're trying to be aggressive, continue to move this ball down. Can they find a way to pull this game off here late in the 4th quarter?
Here we go, set.
run here. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
Tie game, fourth quarter. This defense knows the importance of keeping this thing at a three-point game. What a big play there with the tackle for loss on 1st and goal.
They'll keep it on the ground. And he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he may have come back a little bit, and now it is 3rd and goal.
Down here this close, all it takes is one defensive lineman defeating his block and getting some penetration, and that's exactly what we saw here. Not only to stop the ball carrier short of the end zone, but to take him down for a loss.
Check smash. Check smash.
They'll run, and he is not going to get in. They make the tackle at the line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up 4th and goal. Now on comes Dustin Hopkins in a pressure situation. This a potential game winner. This kick is good. And they take the lead in the final minute of this game.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
They'll come up for 1st and 10.
43. 43. Hello.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
And the rush gets there. Down he goes.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on 3rd down. Here's 1st down.
Yellow.
Mahomes back. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with